Hello, welcome back to everyone that's tuned into the American Ultras Crew channel. Here I am today, joined by Braden and Arjun, predicting a Georgia masterclass. Let's get straight into it. We play Trinidad and Tobago later on tonight. What do you guys think? First of all, would you change anything from the last lineup? Because I think that was as close as perfect as we can get with this roster. I'll go to Arjun first.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything from that lineup. I really liked it. I think I said in the previous video, it had a good amount of creative players. It had Ferreira. Ferreira was amazing. He had I think 2 assists that game. I don't know how many assists. He had a lot of it. He had a couple assists, I think. 3 assists maybe. I don't know. The thing is, Ferreira is a great number 10 for us. I think he should play in that position more in these games. Also, Mihailovic was world class. Again, it was against St. Kitts and Nevis, but at the same time, Mihailovic was that creative player that this team needs. We can't just because this roster, to be honest with you, it's a lot of not that creative players. It's a lot of James Sands, not that creative of a player. But then last lineup, you have Busio, Ferreira, Mihailovic. Those players create chances, and I think we should keep that same lineup. Yeah, that's what I think. What about you, Braden?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it was a pretty good lineup, and I think even though it was a weak opposition, I think most of the players deserve to start again. I do think Matt Turner should be back in goal just for a stronger opponent. We don't need to see Sean Johnson again ever, but yeah, and I would put Tolkien back in at left back. DeJuan Jones didn't impress me at all. And honestly, this one might shock you guys a little, but I would start Roldan on the right over Zendejas. Even though Zendejas is supposed to be one of our most exciting players since we just got him over Mexico and he's in the Nations League squad, he just was really bad against St. Kitts and Nevis. And I think Roldan has had an impact off the bench in both games. So I think he deserves a start tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Arjun.
I was gonna say I agree with that shout. In my opinion, Zendejas, the games he's played for us, he hasn't been that impressive, and obviously he has time to make up for it. He's 25. He's not the oldest player, but at the same time, Roldan is proven against these teams in the Caribbean. Roldan's a proven player. He usually always comes up with some good play against these smaller oppositions. So I think again we should start Roldan like you said, and Tolkien should start too. So I agree with those shouts.
Yeah, I think it's also good to keep in mind one thing that most of our fan base is sort of ignoring, but we have to win this game to top the group. And if we lose, we're most likely out. So, yeah, I agree with Roldan adding some experience there. He's sort of like Ferreira. They're both Mr. Caribbeans, like Jeff said before. So let's see. But I think that both of you guys had great shots. I think Turner, we even forgot that Johnson played that game because ideally that's the only game he's going to play in this competition. Turner and goal, Tolkien, I agree with as well. I think DeJuan Jones was really underwhelming going forward, and even defensively, he was really shaky. And yeah, Tolkien gets the start for me as well. Moving on, would you guys like to see? Let's go into this debate over Zendejas. I think I agree with Arjun. I think that Zendejas was supposed to be one of the impressive players, a bright spark in this squad, but he has been really underwhelming. Not only not being impressive, he's been really unimpressive, honestly. His work off the balls seems really sluggish, really bad touch as well, and shooting everywhere. Him and Sonota were having a competition of who gets more field goals. And let's get to the news as well. First, I'll go to Braden. What do you think? Do you think that Zendejas should be benched for the remaining of this tournament, or should he just get a little scared today being benched for Roldan?
Yeah, like I said, I think Roldan should definitely start today, and I think we can kind of just evaluate his performance and move from there. Hopefully, realistically, there's no way we should be losing this game. Even a draw will be enough to send us through, and honestly, first or second doesn't really matter to me. Whoever we play in Group D, all of them have been pretty poor. I think we could beat them all easily. So it's more about just surviving and advancing for me. And if Roldan performs well as he has in the past 2 games, I think he should continue to start, as obviously this isn't a competition that we're taking too seriously, but it would be nice to make a deep run. and potentially win it. And we should be playing the players that give us the best chance to do that. And Zendejas hasn't shown that he can do that for us yet.
Facts.
Yeah, Arjun, what do you think? Do you think that we evaluate again on a game by game basis to see who starts on that right wing? And like Braden said, the competition is kind of opening up. I mean, before this, we thought that Canada would be a little bit strong, but like you said, Braden, first or second place doesn't really matter. I think we just may find ourselves in the final of the Gold Cup again.
Yeah, Zendejas, in my opinion, he needs to be benched for this game. And possibly for if he qualify, possibly for the next game too. He hasn't shown he hasn't shown really anything. Rolled on again, proven he's a Mr. Caribbean again, like you all said. You should definitely start. Even we have another right winger. Forgot his name. We have another one. Like we have a backup right wing. Anyway, hold up.
Gressel?
Gressel, yeah, Gressel. If anything, Gressel should start. I mean, the thing is, Zendejas has been shocking. I really don't know what's up with Zendejas. Like he is like I don't know. The thing is, yeah, like y'all said facts. I mean, Gressel should start over Zendejas, but Roldan should definitely start over Zendejas.
All right, and we have some news for the team. Adam Morris was released apparently based on personal reasons. I can't imagine what can be important enough. I mean, if God bless his family, if there's anything going on. But who would you guys call up for his spot? And do you think how would you rate on a 1 through 10 scale? How big of a miss it is for this roster, Braden?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean it's sad to see him go. I hope whatever he's dealing with, he can get that figured out as soon as possible. But as a roster standpoint, I don't think it's a huge loss. I mean, he was probably one of our worst players, in all honesty, at the Gold Cup in terms of performances, at least. Obviously, he's still young; he's got potential, and yeah, it's still a lot of time for him to make up for it. But at this tournament, he was a non-factor, and I think that could give more opportunities to Busio, who played very well against St. Kitts and Nevis, and James Sands has been consistently solid. Maybe not the greatest, but I don't think he's really done too much wrong. So not too big of a loss. As for replacements, we should be able to call up someone to replace him from the preliminary roster after this game against Trinidad and Tobago. But I'm not sure who the options would be. There's a couple of players from, I think, the Nations League squad, but they probably wouldn't get called up. Maybe Keaton Parks. I mean, I don't think he has anything to show, but he's one of the options. Acosta, maybe. Paxton Pomykal. It's just a lot of mid. But yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Arjun? What do you think about this whole Morris situation?
Yeah, so I mean, y'all know I'm a crew boy, but at the same time, I do recognize that Aiden didn't really have that big of a role in this tournament. Did he start the first game?
Yes.
Yeah,
and it was bad.
Yeah, and he wasn't that good. And the second game he came on, he was all right in my opinion, but at the same time, he didn't have a big role against St. Kitts and Nevis, the smallest country in the entire Western Hemisphere. So I mean, I love Aiden, but I really hope he's fine. His family's healthy. He's healthy. Whatever he's going through, I hope it's all good. But I mean, again, from a roster standpoint, I really don't think Aiden Morris was that big of a loss, like Braden said. To call up, I would call. I mean, I don't. What for me, I would call up like McGlynn, like a young player. But USSF, I don't know. Like they be tripping sometimes. So. They're probably gonna call up like Braden said, like Pomykal, Acosta, one of those guys. But I mean, if it was my choice, I'd call up McGlynn. I'd call up honestly, I'd even call up freaking Luna. I mean, I don't know. I like Luna. I mean, so I call up Luna. But those are who I'll replace him with. But it's probably gonna be like Acosta. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with Acosta coming back. Honestly, like Braden said, Parks doesn't have much to show. Pomykal. I think that ship has sailed, so I think that Acosta is probably the most viable option. It's also nice just to give a little update to the viewers. I'm a Venezia fan, and Busio, he impressed a lot of newspapers in Europe with that game, but some of them were mocking that he can only do it against a country like that. But it wasn't enough, apparently, to at least stir up some news that Frosinone might be interested to take him on a loan. That's a good move because it's a Serie A club. Fair to say that he would just get relegated back, but anyways, he'd be playing. Or Pisa as well. Pisa wanted Buzio in January, so they're really serious about actually trying to get him on a permanent deal. But let's hope. I think this Morris situation has a silver lining that Buzio may get the confidence that he needs to showcase his talent because he is a talented player. Has a lot of mentality issues, but if he is an integral part and believes in himself that he can actually grow from here and use this opportunity to revive his career, I think it may be a silver lining to the Morris situation. But I think we covered everything, right, guys? Any final considerations for this game? Let's go with predictions. Of course.
Yeah, predictions.
I'm just going to go with a 2-1 win. I think Rodon scores and Ferreira, Mr. Caribbean himself, Jack Sparrow.
The Pirate.
I'm gonna go for a 3-1. I think Ferreira will get a brace, and then why not? Let's say Mihailovic for the other one. And yeah, I don't see us keeping a clean sheet in this game. If Trinidad could score against Jamaica, and they had a couple of other good chances that I think they should have scored as well. I think they can score against us. I'll go for their striker Levi Garcia to get their goal.
All right, Arjun.
I'm going for 3-0. We should shut. Yep, I think it's going to be it should be a confident win. So I think 3-0. Because if you look at, I mean, they lost 4-1 to Jamaica. That's a fair result. Jamaica are one of the best teams in the competition. But also against St. Kitts, they won 3-0. But it wasn't that. They also let St. Kitts. They let a lot of chances to go past their defense. St. Kitts had a lot of chances to score. They had 10 shots against their keeper, and St. Kitts against us, I mean, they were completely shut down. I mean, as expected, they should be completely shut down against us. But against Trinidad, yeah, they had 10 shots. So I really think Trinidad should be a game where we should be looking for a confident win. If any, it doesn't matter if it's our B or C team. Forget 2018. I don't care what happened in 2018, 27, whatever. This is 2023. We should be winning this game 3-0. That's what I think we should. That's what I think should happen.
Goal scorers?
Depends on who starts. I mean, the safe bet's Ferreira. He should start again. I'm saying Ferreira 2 goals. And I'm saying Vasquez 1 goal. Yeah, off the bench.
Nice. I think that wraps it up. We covered everything. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the channel again. We see you have potentially new viewers. Leave a comment if you'd like, anything that you'd like to see improving. And keep up with us. We're going to have another transfer update video coming out soon. Thank you, Braden. Thank you, Arjun. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Peace out, boys.